Everyone's final round and the first round. My name is Jordan. This is Luka. He will not be here for every episode, but welcome to the NBA season. I'm glad to be back. I tried to keep it, I kept telling myself just a couple picks, but I ended up with 4 different props that I really like for Tuesday night. So I'm going to jump right into these really quickly. If you haven't seen my channel before, this is a data analysis. This is what I do for a living. Love digging through data. So for the first part of the season, it's going to be a lot of data analysis, with speculation and all that going on in the off season and different change in lineups and everything. We're going to be digging into a lot of data from last year to try to make projections, but using some speculation. So I'm going to do the best I can. And I will say these lines have been out for a while, so they have been beat up, bumped all over the place. So it's not going to be like this every single day, but as we get into the season, lines will come out at night. I will release these videos at night, and then hopefully we can find good props to where if you submit it at night, it gets bumped during the day and you find value. So you will see images that come up on the screen. They will be right here. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. And if you don't know, this is my favorite sport to do, basketball, NBA. This is my 4th season overall doing this. So this first game is going to be the Rockets at the Thunder. Thunder are 7.5-point favorites. Rockets have a big shift in their lineup. Obviously, Kevin Durant has joined the team. Jalen Green is gone. Fred VanVleet is going to be out for them. And then for the Thunder, no J-Dub, no Jalen Williams for this one. And a smaller injury would be Isaiah Joe will not be playing in this one. So my first pick that I like is going to be a guy that there's been a lot of hype over the past week about him, about his, most improved, all that stuff. So I like Amen Thompson. Over 6.5 rebounds at -140. He went over this in 66% of games last season. And when Fred VanVleet was out last year, he kind of took over a point guard / forward-ish role. I don't want to say point forward because he wasn't like LeBron out there. More of a kind of a wing / point guard, but he's not really that type of guy, to distribute the ball like that, but he did pretty well in that type of role. The Rockets will try to work in Reaves Sheppard, their 3rd overall pick from the season before. He got a lot of minutes and time in the preseason, and it looks like he's going to be taking a big jump off the bench to start the year. But Amen Thompson will be that guy to play pretty much the guard position, but I think he's naturally a small forward. And why do I say all this? I picked a rebound prop. Why am I talking about him being a point guard? So the OKC Thunder, they have this issue. You want to call it an issue or problem or whatever it is. I just see it. I see it in the NBA. I see it in the WNBA. Teams that are great at defense tend to give up a lot of rebounds. And why is that? So they're forcing tough shots, and it happens to be that, the shots end up as long rebounds, and guards or guys, like small forwards who are out on the wing end up getting a lot of rebounds. So it's a really good opportunity for those guys going up against teams like the Thunder. So the Thunder gave up the 8th most rebounds overall to teams last year, even though they shot a high field goal percentage on the offensive end, which would mean less rebounds. So that brings us to Amen Thompson. So head-to-head against the Thunder last year, he went over this line in 3 out of 4 games. And then if we just sort on Outlier to with Fred VanVleet out, he hit this in 83% of games. And if I go and I just filter and say, he's going to play 32 or more minutes, which I think he definitely will. If I filter Outlier to 32 minutes as a minimum, he has hit this line in 88% of games this year with an average of almost 10 rebounds a game, around 15 rebound chances. So normally with rebound chances, we take a look at 50% of those, but he's converting at a much higher rate, so about around 66% of his rebound chances he is converting. So he is definitely aggressive and attacks the glass. I know the Thunder have some really good rebounders there. The Steven Adams, they did that 2 big lineup in the playoffs. Steven Adams is a really good rebounder. They have Clint Capella, really good rebounder. But if it's going to be long rebounds, they're not going to be able to get those. And Amen Thompson did average around 3 offensive rebounds a game last year. year. So he is aggressive attacking the glass on the offensive end, and that's what we would like to see. In those games where he played around 32 minutes, he did play the Thunder in one of them with the 88% hit rate one, and he did have 8 rebounds in that game. So this season, I will be consulting with AI, a couple of different AI, just so you know. It'll be kind of like I'm doing my regular research, and then I'm just going to just plug it into the AI just to see what they think, kind of like a couple of extra friends to get their analysis. Maybe I overlooked something, or maybe they have something extra to give to me. So the AI is projecting him to get 7.7 rebounds, and it has 65% confidence on the over here. So I think that's very fair assessment. So it likes the over for Amen Thompson. And then this next play is going to be the guy that I just talked about, who's going to get the opportunity off the bench, who's going to get the opportunity with Jalen Green gone now, with Fred VanVleet hurt. His minutes are definitely going to go up, and it's going to be Reed Sheppard. I like him for over 1.5 3-pointers made, minus 145. And obviously, I just talked about the guys are going to open up this opportunity for him. And they said he's going to come off the bench and probably be in a point guard-ish type role. And with him being a 3rd overall pick the previous year, there's going to be a lot more minutes thrown onto him. And he's a great 3-point shooter. So the Thunder are pretty solid against 3-point shooting. They were in the middle of the league, kind of on the bottom half, giving up 3-pointers made. So this is a tougher matchup. But let's take a look at his opportunity here. I really like the opportunity if the matchup isn't too great. So Sheppard actually did play the Thunder last year with Fred VanVleet out. He made 3 of 7 3-pointers on 43% shooting in 31 minutes. So I talked to the AI, and it expects him to get 26 to 30 minutes with 4 to 6 3-point attempts, which sounds fair to me. If he's shooting 43 to 50%, then he's going to hit this line. So I sorted to last year to when he played just 25 plus minutes. It didn't bring up too many games, but he went over in all of them, and he averaged 4 makes a game. Obviously, one of those being against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So take a look at preseason, the very first game in the preseason. He went 1 for 4 in 19 minutes, and then he started to heat up a little bit. He went 2 for 4 and then 3 for 6, and then he had a big game where he shot 5 for 13. He just chucked up a bunch of shots. So I don't expect 5 for 13, but 2 for 4, 3 for 6. I like that 50%, that efficient shooting. With Kevin Durant out there, he's not going to be getting all the shots, but Kevin Durant there is going to space the floor for him and get him more open opportunities. So the AI projects him to make 1.95 3-pointers. So right near 2. So it's got a 63% confidence on the over. If that scares you, it didn't like the Thunder defense. It knocked it down by a little bit, but I really like the opportunity here for Reed Sheppard. So that's the first 2 props, and I know that's a lot of talking. I really love basketball and doing this analysis. So if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything. You leave a number 1 for the first day of the NBA. That helps get this video out there for more people to see. And then also, if you are using something like Prizepicks and you want to bet money lines or straight bet or bet spreads and all that, you actually can in your state. So check out these apps on the screen. 2 of them have maps where you can see. I'll put links in the pinned comment and as well as the description. Bet all of these are social sports books where you can use them in those states where you are forced to use Prizepicks and you can't use DraftKings or Fanduel. Rebet and Onyx are doing a match up to $100, and then Novig is doing a bet 5 get 50. And also Underdog still has their great promo right now, bet 5 get 100. So I'll also put that in the pinned comment, and it's in the description. Really great promo if you have not tried out Underdog Fantasy. All right, so let's get into these next 2 props. So this next one, I really love this prop, and I loved it through the entire playoff run for the Thunder. And Jalen Williams was ruled out, and then Isaiah Joe was ruled out. Caruso still questionable. I was wondering when they were going to put his lines out. So finally, as soon as it came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to put this in the video, even though the payout doesn't look too great, but it definitely would be a parlay piece, or if other books put a better price, you could definitely single bet it. But right now at this price where this one book put it out at, it's definitely a parlay piece. But it's Cason Wallace over 1.5 blocks plus steals, and it's at minus 180 on the one book it's out at. So if it comes out in other books, the price is better, you can definitely single bet it. So we're talking about him going up against the Houston Rockets, who don't have Fred VanVleet, who is a true point guard. They don't really have a true point guard out there. Amen Thompson, like I said, is not that type of guy. He can distribute the ball. Alfred Sengun can distribute the ball. Kevin Durant a little bit. Reed Sheppard's going to be coming off the bench, but he's not even like a true point guard. So you have all these guys who are coming in to play for the first time and try to get some chemistry going against the defending champs who are really good at defense. What is going to happen? There's probably going to be a lot of turnovers. And this goes for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's really good on defense, getting blocks and steals. Goes for Lou Dort. This goes for Alex Caruso as well. But I really like Cason Wallace, and his hit rate with this prop last year was just amazing. So for home games last year, he hit this in 81% of games. And then with Jalen Williams out last year, he hit this in 86% of games, where he played about 26 minutes a game, which sounds about right. I filtered to 24 to 30 minutes a game to try to put like 26 in the middle there ish. And at home, he hit it 82% of games. So a lot of 80s there. So I'll take anything with a hit rate, over 80s, and I'm still getting better than minus 200. So we'll see where the other lines come out at, like I said. So obviously great hit rates. The AI loves to play as well, projecting him to 2.6 steals plus blocks with a 75% confidence. It really likes his play as well with the injuries, and he's probably going to get a little bit more playing time with J-Dub not there, and Isaiah Joe as well. So I've talked a lot about that game. Let's talk about this next game. The Warriors at the Lakers. Warriors are 2.5-point favorites. For the Lakers, LeBron is going to be out for a while, and then for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler is probable, as well as Jonathan Kuminga. Warriors just brought in Al Horford. Looks like he might be in the starting lineup to stretch the floor a little bit. They didn't have too many bigs last year, and they struggled rebounding. And there's a lot of uncertainty with the Warriors and their props. A lot of them are high. Steph Curry's lines are really high. I would, favor a lot of unders for those guys. There's just a lot of uncertainty, like I said, and it's very difficult to project them. I didn't really bet on them too much last year. For the Lakers, it's a little bit easier pointing to with LeBron out. The main uncertainty there for the Lakers is like, how much is DeAndre Ayton going to be involved? Like he can play really well. He can score really well when he is interested, and I feel like he's going to be interested in this one. It's just how many minutes do you give him? Because Jackson Hayes is questionable. I think if he plays, DeAndre Ayton doesn't play, a ton of minutes. You try to keep him healthy. Obviously, a lot of money is going to be coming in on Luka, and his lines are going to be really high. But there is one prop that I found that I really like, and it's going to be Austin Reaves over 9.5 rebounds plus assist at minus 140. Overall hit rate, 55% last season. Not too great. Head-to-head versus the Warriors, 2 out of 4, so 50% hit rate against the Warriors. Warriors gave up the 12th most rebounds last year. That's due to them not having a true big man. But they're a little bit tough on assists, giving up the 9th least assists. So why do I like this? It's because of the opportunity he's going to get. So let's go to the obvious and filter with LeBron James out last year. Just LeBron out. And you'll see 100% hit rate across the board for Austin Reaves. And I know you're thinking, well, that's with LeBron out. What about with Luka there? So yeah, let's go to LeBron out and with Luka playing. Obviously, 100% hit rate. But let's take a look at the opportunities for him. Let's take a look at the potential assists and the rebound chances that he had with LeBron out and Luka there. So in those games, he averaged around 11 potential assists and then 13 rebound chances. So if we go with the 50% rule and cut these in half, we're looking at like 5 or 6 assists. And then we're looking at 6 or 7 rebounds. So rebounds plus assists, we're looking at 11 to 13. We could look at the lower end of that if you want to. You could like 10.5. So 10 or 11 if you want to. So go to my friends, go to the AI, see what they think. And with their model, it's much more complicated than what I just did, cutting those in half. They came out with 11.6 rebounds, assists on the projection with a 68% confidence on the over for Austin Reaves. So I do like the opportunity here. I know Luka's going to be really involved. I know DeAndre Ayton is going to be trying to rip down a bunch of rebounds. Austin Reaves tends to, have great games when LeBron is out and, it's prime time and stuff like that. So I really like this prop for that game. And I know this video got really long. I'm just really excited to be back. So if you guys would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord and it is completely free. There's just conversation going on there all day long about NBA, NFL, everything that's going on right now. Major League Baseball playoffs, NHL just started, college football, tennis. There's a lot of great people who make tennis plays in there who are always cashing. Esports, KBO, which is Korean baseball, all that stuff. There's a lot of conversations, a great community, and it's completely free. I built that up over the past 3 years, and I'm really happy with the people who are in there and how we can, keep cleaning out bots and stuff like that, and really excited to see the new people come in and everything like that. So I hope you guys have a good Tuesday night. There will be a video out Tuesday night for Wednesday's games, a lot more games for Wednesday. And I'll do my best to find some props that I like. Shouldn't be too hard after finding 4 that I liked out of 2 games. So I'm going to get this one edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.